Welcome back to Color Sense with Jen. This week, since we're still in the month of May, I am continuing my series of mermaids. If you're not familiar with the MERMAY challenge, on mermay.com there is a hashtag prompt each day for the month of May with different ideas of prompts that you can do to draw mermaids. It's actually a challenge and a competition. I haven't really participated in that part, but it's just for fun. Today's prompt is Siren Song. If you're not familiar with a siren, besides the kind that flash lights and make lots of noise on police cars and ambulances, this kind of siren is referring to the mythological creature. If you're not familiar with them, they were beautiful creatures. Some portray them as mermaids, but they were living in the ocean, living in a sea, and they would sing beautifully. They had these amazing voices, and what it would do is lure sailors towards them and ultimately towards the rocks and towards their death. So they had evil motives, these sirens. But today I took a different route than going after sirens with evil intent. I decided to focus more on the song aspect of this hashtag and kind of took my cues from different annotations that you find in musical script. Just a little disclaimer, I am traveling on the road this week, so I don't have all of my art supplies with me. These are more rough sketches, more of an exercise in creativity and an exercise in shape, rather than going after a masterpiece. I personally am not a musician myself, but I love listening to music, and I admire the people who can play and who can compose awesome music. So I looked at some of the really cool shaped musical annotations, at least shapes that I thought were cool, and thought, hey, I could make some kind of mermaid form from that shape. So the very first one that I did in this video was a treble clef. In my opinion, a treble clef looks sort of like a cursive S with a line going down the middle. My sketch ended up looking sort of like a dragon or a sea serpent, I think. Not bad. So the drawing that I'm working on now is actually a quarter rest symbol. And in music, what a quarter rest is telling the musician to rest or not play their instrument for a quarter of a note. That one I do remember. That mermaid kind of turned out to be like a warrior. I was kind of going for an armor look. The next musical symbol that I saw that I thought was kind of intriguing is this kind of S shape with a line going perpendicular to it and then two dots. I looked it up and it's called Segno or Dal Segno. I could be butchering the pronunciation of that. It could be a silent G, I don't know. But I looked up the meaning of what the symbol means to the musician as they read it on their sheet music. And it says, it appears in sheet music and instructs a musician to repeat a passage starting from the symbol shown at the right. In other words, it's a different type of symbol that shows the process to repeat a passage of music. For the Segno mermaid, I did a top view looking down at the mermaid, kind of swimming by, and I think it turned out pretty cool. Now this mermaid could be considered maybe a cop-out the way I used this symbol. I didn't quite incorporate it as well as I incorporated some of the other ones. but this symbol I used is to notify pedal release. So I think this symbol is specifically used for a piano. So this mermaid, I kind of was going for like a seaweed look for her hair, and then went with the coconut bikini for the top. I thought that was kind of a humorous touch, and hadn't really done any of the nautical themed swimwear on any of the mermaids, and this was my opportunity. So here is my coloring of the musical symbol, and pretty much I just used it as an adornment in her hair. Out of any of these mermaids today, this one would be the one that I would consider hashtag Siren Song, because I meant for her to look like she was singing, even though I didn't quite get that level of detail in there. I did a quick one here of a seahorse. The musical symbol is to sustain the pedal on the piano. And this symbol, I haven't seen many of them. Most of them have the 3 letters PED spelled out. So this one must be an older style symbol, or maybe one that we don't use so much in America. But I did find it on a musical notations website. I had intended on doing one more, but I ran out of time. So these 5 are my tribute to MERMAY2020's hashtag prompt for Siren Song, and incorporating music into mermaids and creativity. Now it's your turn to come up with some, find some cool symbols and color them into mermaids. I'd love to see what you come up with, so drop me a comment, and if you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget, head right back here next Saturday morning for all the color you can handle.